Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more FIFA 20 Career Mode rebuilds here today on the channel. If you want to see more rebuilds like this, the best thing you guys can do is to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on, let me know in the comments, feedback and suggestions, and feel free to leave a dislike. The main objective of my FIFA 20 Career Mode rebuilds is to win as much silverware as possible on ultimate difficulty, with an emphasis on transfers and tactics to win at all means against the top European sides, our rivals, and getting to finals, with the main objective of winning the UEFA Champions League. Also got to give a huge shout out to Mr. Rebuild himself, Jared HD. I've made the decision from now on that all my FIFA Career Mode rebuilds will be a culmination of my episodically released Career Mode series. A bit of a montage, if you will, so we can have the best of both worlds. Hour-long Career Mode content and episodically released videos. Now, understandably, this style of edited rebuild will have some slight continuity errors within my commentary, calling things episodes and asking for signings and feedback when the series is already concluded. But apart from that, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this hour-long Career Mode series, and I have more to come. Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome to the start of a brand new FIFA 20 Career Mode series here today on the channel. We're back on Fiverr's Realism mod on Ultimate Difficulty. We're going to be starting a Rasenball Leipzig career series here today. So let's hopefully save and rebuild Rasenball Leipzig. So if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on, let me know in the comments feedback and suggestions for the series and players you would like me to sign. Rasenball Leipzig is a phenomenal career mode side. It's nearly perfect in every aspect within the players, of course. Numerically, this has been one of the best goal scoring series I have done on YouTube, and I can't wait to show you guys the team I build and how we perform in the Bundesliga, the UEFA Champions League, and the German Domestic Cup, the Pokal. So just looking at our starting 11 for now, I've made the decision to go with a 4-4-2, the classic Sir Alex Ferguson United formation. And this squad kind of eerily plays similar to the United of old. We don't need to sign too many players in this squad, as I feel like we've got an abundance of squad depth. Now, we do lack a little bit in central midfield, on the bench and in the first team, so I've gone out and made some inquiries to bring back Naby Keita from Liverpool, and maybe diving into the Bundesliga to get the young Swiss international Zakaria from Borussia Mönchengladbach. However, we've managed to negotiate with Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool for the re-signing of Naby Keita. Obviously, heavily injury-prone at Liverpool, did struggle to get into the first team consistently, but we've gone and re-signed him there. I think he went to Liverpool for what, £60 million? We've gone and signed him with a player plus cash deal for roughly around about 30 and 40. We've also gone out and signed Zakaria from Borussia Mönchengladbach, a younger sort of version of Keita, a little bit more physical and defensively minded. So we've restructured slightly our midfield, but overall on the pitch, it is a really, really cool side, RB Leipzig. So I can't recommend playing them enough in your career mode side. So Zakaria is now in for £28 million. His evaluation was wrong. It's actually 41 now, the 22-year-old. So he's going to be bringing some physicality, sprint speed, being 6'1". So here is 6'3" rather. So here is my formation and the squad we're going to be playing with this season. We have Werner and Poulsen making a big man and a small man partnership up top. We've got Forsberg, Danny Alamo on the right. Sabitzer and Keita are going to be my two-man pivot. Holstenberg on the left, Klosterman on the right, Kanate and Omikano are going to be in the defensive line. And we've still got like Ampadu on the bench. We've got a couple of others, Schick, Lookman, Zachariah, Campbell, and Orban in the defense as well. So the first match of today's episode, we face Union Berlin away. And then we've also got a match against Bayern Munich. The main objective for this series is to win the Bundesliga and try and win the Pokal and the UEFA Champions League. Try and do the treble. However, the Bundesliga is a tough league, especially in career mode, because there's so many quality squads from Schalke, Dortmund, Leverkusen, Bayern, Schalke, Hoffenheim, like Borussia Mönchengladbach, Frankfurt. Like, there's actually a lot of good sides that are going to be fighting for the Champions League places and to avoid relegation. We're going to be playing against Union Berlin, a recently promoted side, of course. We are playing on the no crowd mod as well to get those Corona vibes. So there's no one in the background there. I put in the description below Fiverr's Realism mod and the no crowd mod. If you guys would like to download it and play along with me, you only can download the mod if you have the PC version of FIFA. If I do forget to put it in the description below, you can easily find it on the internet. Alrighty, so let's get stuck into Union Berlin. And they have Subotic. Does Subotic play for Union Berlin? Oh, he's actually playing in the defense there, like the head of it. They're playing a 3 at the back formation. Quite interesting for Berlin. I don't recognize too many players apart from Subotic, the Serbian international, former Borussia Dortmund. He was such a good centre-back back in the day. Keita back at his boyhood club, back into the Red Bull system. Timo Werner, in my opinion, the best German striker on FIFA, has made it 1-0 just before the 5th minute there. It's Statman Dave, his lookalike, to make it 1-0 just before the 5th. Cutting away there, hammers it on the left with rapid pace. He's going to be the quick, agile finisher in the squad, while Yusuf Poulsen is going to be our great Dane, our great Viking, our physically sort of styled target man, if you will. Poulsen whips it into the box, and it's a good save to be denied there. Sabitzer, of course, was phenomenal in my Inter Milan series, and now he is captaining, of course, RB Leipzig. I've made the decision to go with Upamecano and Konate, as they are both French and they have a huge potential on FIFA. There was actually an interesting inquiry for the services of Konate for Chelsea, and I would only sell a player like that with that high potential for probably about £65 million. They were offering more or less 40, which is quite good, but I want to try and keep as many Rasenball Leipzig players as I possibly can. Forsberg on the left. Keita in the midfield now is going to be an awesome pivot with Sabitzer. It's Werner for the second, and he's gotten 2 shots away there, but it wasn't to be. From the corner kick now, the captain, Sabitzer, the Austrian international, whips it in. Konate wins the header, but it hits the roof of the net. Sabitzer trying to find Timo Werner, looking for the second play. Timo goes back to Sabitzer. The cool, calm captain finds Poulsen, and it's been saved as he hits the deck. And Subotic has received a yellow for the foul, and I think it might be a penalty, and it is. Yusuf Poulsen, the Danish international, has drawn a penalty here, and as he drew it, I'm going to allow him to step up and take it, although Timo is the designated penalty kick taker. Yusuf Poulsen to start off his Rasenball Leipzig career for me, finishes it. It's 2-0 against Union Berlin just before the 34th minute there. It's Yusuf Poulsen, the number 9 for Rasenball Leipzig. They're playing at Court Lane, which is interesting. I know they're a recently promoted side, but it's so weird playing in such a small stadium there. Yusuf Poulsen, cool, calm and collected with a spectacular finish, makes it 2-0 for the Red Bulls against Union Berlin. Hopefully, this is a bit of a taste and a tease of future things to come. Forsberg intercepts. Poulsen straight into the path of Subotic. Has to be careful because he's on a yellow. Anderson now looking to break for Union Berlin. And Chiesa recycles possession to Dani Alamo, the Spanish international, former Dinamo Zagreb player. I think he was in the Barca Youth Academy maybe at one point. But Rasenball Leipzig have managed to snap up his services. He's going to be playing as a right-sided midfielder for this career series. Sabitzer whips it in, but nothing created from it. Alamo there nearly drags it away and scores. I'm sure his father would be proud. A footballer and manager himself in the Spanish lower leagues. Chiesa now in the second half. Poulsen holds up the ball well, looking for oncoming traffic and support. Chiesa on his debut back at the club gets the shot on target, but it was a good save in the 52nd. From the corner kick now, Sabitzer whipping it once again into the box. Has had okay delivery, but the headers at the other end haven't been quite up to par. Chiesa now back to Sabitzer, looking for help. Sabitzer to Poulsen with the flick on. Timo Werner turns his man. It's Sabitzer, the captain, back to Timo. He goes for goal, and it's just over the bar. All one-way traffic in this match. Mane has left Liverpool, though, to join Real Madrid for £160 million, and it's Sabitzer to make it 3-0 and put it without a shadow of a doubt that Rasenball Leipzig will be winning this match here today, more than 3-0, potentially, just before the 63rd. It's Sabitzer, the Austrian international, the captain, to make it 3-0. Come on. Alright, so to make some substitutions here, we've got a lot of good players. We've basically got a replacement for Timo and Pulisic with Schick and Onkolu and Kano. I don't know, I need to learn how to say that name. But Zachariah is going to coming on as well in the midfield. And arguably, he's probably a more better rounded career mode player than Chiesa, especially with the future he holds. But it's Zachariah, fresh off the bench, to make it 4-0 just before the 76th minute there. The former FC Basel central midfielder did get his Bundesliga move to Borussia Mönchengladbach, and now he's at the Red Bulls. He plays for the Bulls and scores a really nice, well-taken, sensational finesse goal there. I wasn't expecting him to pop up with a goal. I want him to dictate and control the midfield, give us that sort of energy in the final third in the two-man pivot, and he seems to be doing so and living up to my commands and instructions. Zachariah now back to Rasenball Leipzig, and unfortunately we've given away possession there in the last 90th minute. Anderson, it's a good save by the former Liverpool goalkeeper. 4-0. We're going to start off the RB Leipzig Career Mode series away at Union Berlin, as they are a recently promoted side. Subotic was only the really world-class player. Alrighty guys, welcome to the second match of today's episode. We face FC Bayern at home at the Red Bull Arena. After 3 games played, we currently sit in third. Unfortunately, Upamecano has picked up a injury, and we're going to have to rotate him. So Orban is going to come right in. So losing my key defender in a crucial match for the season, which really could decide the title, as obviously Bayern are going for the title this year, along with Dortmund. It's not good. Alrighty guys, welcome to the second match of today's episode. We face FC Bayern Munich, Bayern München at the Red Bull Arena. Let's get stuck into them. Let's have a look and see who they're playing with. Have they made any signings? Robert Lewandowski, Coleman, Coutinho, Thiago Kimmich, Müller. They still have Manuel Neuer in goal, of course. Pavard, Hernandez, Boateng, and Alaba. They're playing Kimmich into the midfield. Okay. It's a good sign that they're playing Jerome Boateng in the back line. Come on. Poulsen. Instantly gives it away to Rob Lewandowski. And Bayern are trying to push through here. Whew. If in doubt, kick it out. But we've gone back to the goalkeeper there just to start something again. Keita, Paulson, Danny Alamo, Keita, Rasenball, Leipzig trying to build up something here. Timo gets tackled by Hernandez. He's somehow broken away here. It's Timo Werner to get the strike off at Neuer. But really, I can't recommend enough Timo Werner if you are playing a top European side in career mode. He's usually available for if you play like a Liverpool, United, Chelsea, Juventus. He's picked up another goal there just before the 11th. It's Timo Werner to make it 1-0 against Bayern Munich, and it's a phenomenal strike. He's got crazy speed, potential. The only way I think he's like he kind of feels like a younger Aguero on FIFA, but like German. Argentinian, same thing, depending on who you ask in World War II. Paulson, Timo now, Hernandez, Thiago Alcantara, putting the through ball over the top to Coleman, breaking away with high-octane, rapid pace. It's Coleman to get the delivery in, unselfishly goes back to central midfield. It was nearly intercepted there by Timo Werner, but Kimmich holds strong. Coleman waiting for the follow-up, puts it in to Muller, but it's a good save. Werner for the second, and he does. Timo Werner picks up his brace, the best German striker in world football, to make it 2-0 just before the 28th minute. It's the man, the myth, the legend to hopefully drag us to the Bundesliga and the UEFA Champions League. It's Timo Werner with an outstanding strike there. What a strike, a stick of dynamite by Werner. Keita sensibly going back. 37 yards out. Bayern have an opportunity, and it's a good save. But what I've noticed with this RB Leipzig side as well, a lot of teams try and snatch your players. Now, if you can be sensible and find replacements, Timo's about to score a hat-trick here, and he does. 3-0 just before the 35th. It's Timo Werner to score a hat-trick against Bayern Munich, and this is a huge scout for the Red Bulls. We're running away. We're running with the Bulls in this career series. On the counter-attack, an aging Jerome Boateng. Lucas Hernandez, who I think is better as a fullback, shouldn't be playing in central defence. They really need to restructure, reorganise that Bayern Munich backline. Pavard, Boateng, Hernandez, Alaba, all aging, all out of position. It definitely needs to be restructured. Where's Sula? Where are some other better fullbacks? Why isn't Kimmich playing there? You know what I'm saying? But like Hasselberg, Forsberg, a lot of offers come in from around world football. So if you're intelligent enough, like the RB Leipzig training staff in real life, having a second and third replacement, you can make a decent amount of money, even though you've only got £30 million. However, Thomas Muller here has managed to bring one goal back just before the 43rd, scoring his first goal of the Bundesliga and giving a glimmer of hope to the Bavarians. Coutinho now, the current top goal scorer of the Bundesliga. I'm sure Timo Werner will be giving him a run for his money. Kimmich in here now. Sabitzer, we're managing to just get it out. Paulson, Keita turns his man well. Danny Alamo looking for an opportunity, goes back to Keita. It's a really good flick on. Amazing, intricate passing there by RB Leipzig, but unfortunately it didn't come to anything. We're still managing to retain possession, but it's Sabitzer on the break. Finish it, and he's hit the bloody crossbar. Sabitzer with a golden opportunity squandered. Danny Alamo can't quite tackle Coutinho. Kimmich scores. It's Joshua Kimmich to bring it back here. We've had the sort of lion's share of opportunities, if I'm being honest, but Bayern have come up clutch when they're needed to, and they've brought back the 3-goal deficit to 3-2. Will this match result in a draw or a loss? Who knows? The momentum is swinging Bayern's way. Let's make some substitutions. Let's bring on Schick, Zachariah, and Campbell in the midfield. The Slovenian international. I think he played for Bayer Leverkusen back in the day. Maybe Borussia Mönchengladbach. Correct me if I'm wrong about that one. I could very well be. Oh! It's a hell of a tackle there by Lucas Hernandez. I might have called him Theo, because his brother plays for Atletico, of course. Konate goes for it from range. And I was thinking you'd have like a rocket, like a PK or a Samuel Umtiti or something. But he's absolutely skied it there. He's not as high as rating as I would have liked. Timo now. To Zachariah. Danny Alamo goes for goal. With the follow-up, Schick, the former Roma Czech Republic, or Czechia international, gets the shot on target there. It's interesting that they loaned Patrick Schick out. He's a pretty good replacement for Yusuf Poulsen. He's played a lot for Rasenball Leipzig in real life. He's picked up 15 caps or so in his short loan. Werner. Campbell now on the break. Rasenball. We should be 4-2 up now. We've squandered some opportunities. It's so hard to just get it past Manuel Neuer. Just wide of the post, Orban, the Hungarian, German-born international. Campbell now. Rasenball, and it's a goal. It's the former Bayer Leverkusen Slovenian international, Campbell. I don't know if the P's silent, but it very well could be. Campbell makes it 4-2 and secures Rasenball Leipzig's victory there. Social distancing not happening over there. It should be Kevin Campbell makes it 4-2. Timo Werner with the hat-trick. Campbell to seal the deal and put the final nail in the Bavarian coffin. Schick just trying to get it out of play so the ref can call time for the match. Come on, just waiting for that full-time whistle to blow now. The Bavarians have capitulated here today. 4-2 at the Red Bull Arena. Timo Werner picking up a hat-trick. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching episode 1 of the Ultimate Difficulty 5's Realism Mod RB Leipzig Career Series. We have 2 matches, the first of which is against Schalke, and then we face Bayer Leverkusen. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on, let me know in the comments feedback and suggestions for the series thus far, and players you would like me to sign. We're coming off a 4-2 victory over Bayern Munich, and also a 4-0 victory over Union Berlin. Rasenball Leipzig is one of my favourite career mode sides, and I really can't recommend them enough to them. If you haven't played RB Leipzig before as a career, go out and do it. Their team and squad depth are so strong and fun. They've all got huge potentials, and also, even if you don't like a certain player, you can get a huge evaluation on a transfer for them, because a lot of top European sides, especially in England, really are sort of seeking these type of players. So we're coming up against Schalke here today. A lot of good players. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Grilic up front. Nubel as well. Looks like he's going to be joining Bayern Munich this season or so. They've also got the likes of Mascarella as well. Poulsen holding on the ball well, looking to find Timo Werner. Danny Alamo, the Spanish international on the right, finds Timo. Poulsen takes a heavy touch but continues to go. Eyes up the shot well, cool, calm and composed, but couldn't quite curl it enough. Mascarella. Schalke. Wait, what? How was that a foul? Oh, Kanate's given away a penalty here just before the 16th minute. Oh, that's a little bit harsh, if I do say so myself. Fortunez steps up, and it's a top-notch save. Rasenball Leipzig are still in it. Wowee, what a tremendous save by the Hungarian international. Former Liverpool player as well, people forget. Timo. Poulsen on the break here now. It's Yusuf Poulsen. Cuts back. Centralizes it to Danny Alamo. And it goes over the bar. Ping pong is the best way to describe this match. Both sides have had the fair share of opportunity, but Poulsen there on the break. Can he make it 1-0? Finish it! And he does. It's Yusuf Poulsen. What a finish and technical ability to beat the last man. It's the Danish international to make it 1-0. I believe he's half Danish, a Nigerian father, and a Danish mother. 3 goals this season in the Bundesliga. Yusuf Poulsen makes it 1-0. Grilic. Wait, that's not Grilic, is it? It's Gregoric. Grilic plays for Hoffenheim, doesn't he? Not the Schalke striker. Timo there trying to beat Stambouli. And it gets recycled by Kennedy. But it might be offside. Oh, it's a free kick. Forsberg, 32 yards out unselfishly finds Kanate. RB Leipzig get the shot just off target there. Oozing with confidence with that 1-goal lead. It looks promising for now. 1 goal, only by Yusuf Poulsen in the 38th. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, guaranteed first-team football at Schalke. Has had a quiet match. Sabitzer now, the Austrian international and captain. Poulsen goes for his second shot there. Mascarella. I believe he played for Villarreal at some point in his career. He might be Brazilian, I can't remember. Oh no, Schalke have come back here. It's Mascarella to put the ball in to the big Berg. 1-1. Bergstaller. Forgive me if I'm not getting these names right. I don't often know the Schalke starting 11, but the Big Berg is nearly there with the second there, just before the 68th. It's 1-1 at the RB Leipzig arena. Konate trying to bring it out from the back. Keita in a 2-man pivot with Sabitzer has worked really well. Sabitzer more attackingly minded. Keita not so much defensive, but he's got a really good incisive pass and brings consistency and solidarity in midfield. Keita going for goal here, straight to the path of Nastasic. 1-1. Sabitzer back to Keita. Back at his home. Only time will tell overall how his performance over the season will progress. Hopefully it's a good one. Timo with a really good backheel to Poulsen. Poulsen unselfishly finds Danny Alamo. Please, Danny! I know he's got a huge potential, a massive ceiling, the former Dynamo Zagreb player, but he needs to be picking up with more goals and assists where he can. Zakaria is a part of the triple threat substitution coming on. RB Leipzig now pushing. Sabitzer just goes wide to the left. That was the opportunity there in the 90th minute. Sabitzer puts it wide. And that's our first major draw of the series. We had a pretty good run. A really good goal scoring run. 4-2 against Bayern, 4-0 against Union Berlin, and a 1-1 draw there. So that's dropped us down to second place as we face Bayer Leverkusen, 2 points behind Dortmund in first, Bayern Munich in third. Let's get stuck into Bayer Leverkusen at the Bay Arena. Away. Okay, guys, welcome to the match here today against Bayer Leverkusen. Let's see how they've evolved their squad in match day 7 of the Bundesliga. Who is making up the Bayer Leverkusen starting 11? Volland, Feghuli, Dragovic, a 3 at the back formation. Bender, Sven Bender, Kai Havertz on the right. Okay, man, you want to basically make him the focal point of the team. Playing him on the left is a little bit shambolic. However, speaking of shambolic, my defense is 1-0 just before the 5th minute there. Bayer Leverkusen start on the pressure and have scored an early goal. Have we already capitulated with them there? Poulsen trying to find the ball to Danny Alamo. He now cuts back. Danny Alamo! Come on, Danny boy. The pipes and goals are calling. Come on, Danny. Sabitzer tracking back. A really good flick on there by Bayer Leverkusen. They're somehow managing to hold a possession there in the final third. Feghuli, the former West Ham winger, Algerian international, looking to get the ball in. Konate beats Kai Havertz, trying to build it up for the back. We can't be rashed into any opportunities here. We just need to hold the ball well. We've created a good counter-attack. Timo to Forsberg, the Swedish international. It's Emil Forsberg to get tackled in the box by Sven Bender. Sabitzer now, trying to find Poulsen. Poulsen has to go for goal now. And that's a good save by the Finnish goalkeeper. Orban. Keita now. Keita drags away. It's Naby Keita to make it 1-1. Back at RB Leipzig. The former Liverpool reject obviously had a poor run under Jurgen Klopp. He's back at his boyhood club. He's back where he belongs to make it 1-1 there just before the 25th. I hope you know my sarcasm there. Naby Keita makes it 2-0. And he's one back at his true home. Come on. Sabitzer. Timo Werner now. Timo looking for the ball in. He's going to have to go all the way himself here, and he does. Timo Werner holds up the ball so well there. Fantastic goal. Snatch and grab in the final third and curls it around the Finnish goalkeeper. Timo scores his 8th goal of the Bundesliga this year. Come on. Sabitzer plays it comfortably to Keita. Looking for the second pass now. Keita, it's a 1-2. Sabitzer has somehow got it back here. It's Sabitzer! The captain is showing why he's the captain. Charging forward there. Leadership oozing throughout the RB squad. It's 3-1. We've managed to come back from that 1-goal deficit and score 3. Sabitzer scores his 2nd of the Bundesliga. Come on. 20 yards out now. Holstenberg plays it short. Back to Holstenberg. And it's a penalty on Kai Havertz, the German international. What? Oh, it's a handball. Okay. Timo, the designated penalty kick taker, steps up, even though I fluffed up the free kick for all intensive purposes, but Timo Werner has made it 1-0, 4-1 there, just before the 45th. Timo Werner with a beauty, a blinder, a magnificent goal against the Finnish goalkeeper. 4-1, coming back from the 1-goal deficit. Timo scores his 9th of the Bundesliga. Bayer Leverkusen, they've got a lot of quality players to try and come back for this. Kai Havertz, Volland. I just think the 3 at the back formation is just it's way too of an expansive brand of football that they can't really afford to use. Our flat 4-4-2 gives us so much security and consistency throughout the pitch. I'm kind of surprised they're opting for it, to be honest. But it's time to make some transfers. We're actually going to be bringing on Lookman, who came in from Everton, the English international, under Julian Nagelsmann. Lookman now finds the pass. 5-1. Rasenball Leipzig have made it in with an amazing ball coming in there from Lookman to find Nkuku. I think Nkuku. I think that's how you say his name. I have no idea. He's a Parisian French international, Christopher Nkunku. I don't know why that is such a hard name for me to pronounce. Chris Christie has made it 5-1 there. Keita, Danny Alamo there, determined to put his name up on the score sheet. Unselfishly finds Timo Werner in the end. And it's offside by the smallest of margins there. Timo Werner nearly made it 6-1. And we're running away with the scoreline here today. We are running with the Bulls. You could say the Rasenball Leipzig, the Red Bull Bulls. Leipzig just trying to get that eluded 6th goal. Lookman trying to get the ball over the top. He can't. Werner somehow finds Holstenberg. It's the big Berg. And he gets tackled there, unfortunately. And it goes all the way back to Orban. We've actually missed Opacano as well. A lot this season. Orban's come in, the German-born Hungarian international. Keita now for the 6. Can't quite do it. We've nearly made it 6-1 here, and we probably nearly should have. Klosterman. Keita, Zachariah. Can't quite get to it. Feghuli. Skillful trickery beats one. Leverkusen with a great opportunity in the dying. Weiser. Vendel beats 2. Puts the ball into Volland. And they really should have scored there as well. Bayer Leverkusen have created some fantastic opportunities in the late second half here in my final third. But they just didn't have the clinical finishing. Zachariah. Keita. It's Timo. And it's been a tackle there. But it's 5-1 against Bayer Leverkusen. We started off this episode shaky with a 1-1 draw against Schalke. We've managed to prevail here 5-1 against Bayer Leverkusen. So we have 2 matches, the first of which is against Wolfsburg, and then we face Borussia Dortmund. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on, let me know in the comments feedback and suggestions for the career series thus far, and players you would like me to sign. Unfortunately, our main goalkeeper is out with an injury, and we're going to have to bring in our second choice, which is a shame, especially against these 2 matches will decide our season. We've beaten Bayern already in the league. We've drawn against Schalke. We've beaten Bayer Leverkusen. We face Wolfsburg and Dortmund here today, which will really shape up the top 4. Timo Werner has been my player of the career series thus far. The best German striker, in my opinion. He is so good. I can't recommend him as a player enough in career mode, along with Let's Playing and playing as Rasenball Leipzig. Let's get stuck into Wolfsburg and seeing who they're playing with and operating with. So, they have Arnold, Saar, Weghorst up front. A pretty solid Wolfsburg team. Not really too many world-class outliners there. Klosterman. Poulsen. Oh, somehow receives the ball. Gets closed out incredibly quick in danger, but saves the ball. It's Werner now who goes for goal. Just before the 6th. Forsberg wins the header. We are the top scoring side in the Bundesliga with 7 matches played and 20 goals scored. Even though we're in second. The title race is on between myself, Bayern and Dortmund. I've already beaten Bayern, I've taken that scalp. If we can take Dortmund's, we'll be well on our way to winning the Bundesliga. Still want to try and win the Pokal and the Europa League, but it's Werner! A really nice 1-2 pass, oozing with confidence, but got rushed into a shot and blasted it. Weghorst up the other end, just for the 20th, trying to make it 1-0 with our replacement substitutional goalkeeper. We've had not too much of an injury crisis compared to like my Bayern save. It's more annoying than anything else. Speaking of annoying, Wolfsburg go 1-0 up here with a really sloppy goal. My first choice goalkeeper would have saved that. A good goal there by Robert Nock. We're just missing, we just haven't had a really good run of my first team in and out. Poulsen there, trying to get on the end of the through ball. Sabitzer back to Poulsen, has another attempt, but it's offside. We have our goalkeeper one week, then we don't have our key defender the next. It's not like we've got 3-4 injuries stringing along together, but it's still an annoyance nevertheless. 1-0 down here. Without our main goalkeeper, is it not surprising? Potentially. Keita, Poulsen, looking for Timo. Witzer, it's actually Sabitzer actually, who pushes and converts just before the 43rd. The captain showing his leadership qualities, pushing forward there. It's Sabitzer, the central midfielder of the two-man pivot with Keita, who's more attackingly minded, to make it 1-1 there and to bring us back into this game with the 1-goal deficit. 1-1. He scored the equaliser in the 73rd. Wolfsburg pushing forward has gained a lot of confidence in this first half as they sit in 5th or 6th in the Bundesliga. But Timo Werner has had a crazy interception here. There's so many Red Bull players, and it's Poulsen to score a sweaty goal just before the 51st. It's Yusuf Poulsen to put his name on the score sheet. Snatch and grab in the second half now. An outstanding strike. What a strike, a stick of dynamite in the open goal just before the 51st, scoring his 4th goal of the Bundesliga. The two-man partnership, the big man and the small man up top, works so well. You can either rotate it with Schick if you want as well, if you want a younger player. But Timo, rapid, high-octane, attacking, passing and finessing acumen. He nearly fell over his own feet there, but he still manages to get the top-notch, world-class finesse away. It's Timo Werner to score another Bundesliga goal, scoring his 10th of the Bundesliga. Poulsen, a little bit different, taller, stronger in acclimate, a lot more physical, a bit more of a target man, you could say, but he does still have those finessing qualities, sort of like a deep-lying forward, if you will. Wolfsburg on the break here. Kanate trying to recycle. Opacano has to go out and make the tackle. 3-1 at the moment. We're still managing to come back from goal deficits, which is what I really like in my career mode sides. If we concede, we're not down and out for the count. Wolfsburg trying to get in the tackle there. My team is exhausted in the second half of this match. Sabitzer, Keita turns his man and opens up so much space there for Dani Almo. Danny, come on Danny boy, please. He finds Poulsen, who scores comfortably. Dani Almo has had a controversial season this time around. He's picked up a lot of good assists, making that sort of 3rd to 4th pass, which leads to the goal. But I wanted to be him a little bit more of a goal scorer, popping up with a goal here and there for this series. Poulsen, however, scores his brace, while Sabitzer and Timo Werner sit on one. 4-1 against Wolfsburg. We looked shaky, we looked inconsistent and shell-shocked without our first choice goalkeeper, but now we're back in this match. Arnold now, allowing Wolfsburg to push forward on the left. Arnold with a really nice 1-2 pass, hits it low and hard, and it's Opacano there with amazing defensive intelligence and overall timing to read that ball. And now RB Leipzig are on the counter-attack. Timo over the top on the volley. Oh, if that went in, he would have been on a hat-trick. Oh no, he wouldn't. He's only got one. My bad. Poulsen's on a hat-trick. Timo scores from range there just before the 90 to put the final nail in the Wolfsburg coffin to make it 5-1. Timo Werner, a lot of players were standing off him about 35 yards out. Timo had to go for goal. Let's get the cinematic shot there. Timo Werner, the best German striker in world football, in my opinion, hammers it into the top left to score his 11th goal of the Bundesliga. Come on. I really can't emphasize this enough. RB Leipzig is one of my favorite career mode sides, and I can't recommend you playing as them enough. They've got such a good squad. It's so fun and enjoyable, and I'm sure you can tell how much I'm enjoying it because the amount of goals I'm scoring is just nuts. Like, numerically per episode per match, this must be one of the highest I have for FIFA 20. After 15 games played, we sit first with 43 points. Dortmund in second. Bayern in third, Hoffenheim in fourth, Wolfsburg in fifth, and we're facing Dortmund away here. Sancho is their top goal scorer with 15, and the leagues, Coutinho with 14 in second, Timo Werner with 14 in third. This is the penultimate match of the season. If we can beat Dortmund here today, we can get a 6-goal cushion. Unfortunately, we've had some bad injuries. Schick is out with an injury, along with Yusuf Poulsen. Klosterman as well. We've got our goalkeeper back, but we've had to heavily rotate this squad. Timo Werner is going to be the sole champion up front. Ampadu is going to be coming on, the Welsh international. He's got a crazy amount of potential international player ability. Welsh international, Ampadu. I believe he's eligible through his parents and grandparents for an African country, potentially Nigeria. I can't remember off the top of my head that one. But for Wales, England, and Ireland, along with that said African country. 4 international teams he can play for. It's always quite crazy. If I was a world-class footballer, I would only be eligible for 2 international teams. Let me know in the comments what teams you're eligible for in the comments. I'm curious. Obviously, depending on where you're born, your parents are born and your grandparents are born, I'm only eligible to represent Australia and Austria in Europe through my grandfather. So let me know. Some of you might have 3 or 4 that you're eligible for. But let's get stuck into Dortmund. It's a snowy day in December. Berkey in goal, Hummels, Julian Brandt, Jose Callahan, the former Napoli man, Rafael Guerrero, Royce, and Goetze making up their starting 11. In the snow, will the Bulls prevail against the Bumblebees? Schalke in 10th, which is quite abysmal if I'm being honest. Frankfurt in 8th, Cologne in 10th. Schalke might not make top 10. Zagadou, Dan Axel Zagadou gives away a yellow card in a dangerous area. 32 yards out, RB Leipzig play it short. Trying to get the ball in. Closed down. It's RB Leipzig to get the shot blocked. Timo trying to get the crumbs and flick on. Royce, Konate, Sabitzer beating Callahan. Quite surprising that Dortmund went after him. But why is Emil Forsberg? Why has he got so much space? Oh, and he scored. Phew. I thought I pushed too far forward in the wet, slippery snow. It's so hard to play in the snow because you're skidding. Your forward passing just goes so much more. You try to push and play it in front of you, and it slips away. But it slipped away from Berkey, the goalkeeper there, and someone looked like they broke their leg on the touchline there. What? It's 1-0 for RB Leipzig from Emil Forsberg. Get in. Julian Brandt find Jose Callahan, Spanish international, former Galactico and Napoli now finds himself in Germany. I don't know why my wings are finding so much space. Dani Olmo here, it's the post. Keita, oh, nearly scores the follow-up. But Dani Olmo there, once again, not getting on the score sheet. Keita had to go from range, nearly dislocating his leg. Gets the shot at Berkey, diving back in the cold snow. As much as you like the look of snow, when you're in it, you forget how just like wet and shit it is. And how annoying it is. Oh, the snow. Sancho finds Axel Witsel. Guerrero. Intricate passing, timed finesses are going to be who's going to win out here. Because it's so back and forth when you play in the snow in Germany. Brandt. Götze! With a fantastic attempted strike. Dipping and curling away. Keita now. In the second half. Keita beats 1-2-3. Trying to find Timo Werner. He couldn't quite get the finesse angle there. The Julian Brandt now. On the right. Forsberg gets beaten. Can't go out to beat it. We can't sacrifice Holstenberg to go up. The ball's freely coming in, but it wasn't incisive enough, thankfully. We were opened up there like carving a cake. Rasenball Leipzig. Looking to press forward there. The ball goes in. It's Emil Forsberg to score a brace. It's just gone over the bar. Emil Forsberg is such a good player. He really can slip in and is available for so many top European sides. Swedish internationals, he plays a lot of international games. I recommend him for FIFA 20 and Football Manager. We're going to be bringing on Zakaria and Haidara, who we haven't played much this season. He's not the same Haidara that played for Newcastle. He's a different one, better one, arguably. Campbell now coming on as well. Timo Werner, and he seals it 2-0 in the 74th minute there. Have we put it without a shadow of doubt? The Bundesliga, only time will tell. We're 6 points ahead here now. Dortmund were our main rivals towards the end. We've beaten Bayern, and now Timo scores his 15th goal of the Bundesliga. Come on, the Bulls. On Pacano, Kanate. Two-man partnership, incredibly strong. I elected to go with him controversially over Orban, but it's coming up trumps. Timo Werner on the break here now to make it 3-0, and he nearly does, making Berkey stretch the whole way. Zakaria now on the counter-attack. We only needed 2 signings for this series because RB Leipzig have such a quality, well-rounded squad. We got squad depth coming out the ears. Keita, obviously giving that world-class consistency in the starting 11, that seasoned veteran look, and of course Zakaria with the high-octane energy off the bench. 2-0 was the final scoreline to decide. Dortmund facing Rasenball Leipzig. We go 6 points clear in first of the Bundesliga. We have the final match and episode of Season 1. And we have the UEFA Champions League final against Napoli. An unlikely finalist, but a strong contender nevertheless. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like. Subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on. Let me know in the comments feedback and suggestions for the career series. And if you guys would like to see Season 2, or maybe I should move on to another top European side. We have won the Bundesliga, of course, with Timo Werner winning the Golden Boot. Unfortunately, we got dumped out of the Pokal and a fair few German Cups. However, we've made it all the way to the UEFA Champions League final. Napoli beating Ajax in the quarters and beating Lille in the round of 16 as well. So RB Leipzig and Napoli will be UEFA, or there's the big if, Rasenball Leipzig or Napoli will be UEFA Champions League winners. What a crazy statement that is. They also have a squad without Jose Callahan. Obviously, we did see him show up in the Bundesliga this year, signing for Borussia Dortmund. So here is the squad, 4-4-2. Poulsen, Werner. Werner's 87 rated now. Sensational. Forsberg, Sabitzer, Keita, Dani Alamo. In the backline, of course, we have Upamecano and Konate, Klosterman and Holstenberg. Let's get stuck into Napoli here today. Let's see how Napoli have evolved their squad. Who is making up their starting 11 to get them all the way to the UEFA Champions League final? Come on. The Red Bulls facing, I don't know what their sort of effigy and symbol is. What's the Napoli nickname? The Blues, perhaps. The Men of Mount Vesuvius. I'm not entirely sure, but let's get stuck into Napoli in the UEFA Champions League final. They're playing Milik, Insigne, Lozano, Allen, and Fabinho, or Fabian in the midfield. Who have they got? Koulibaly. I do fear him in the defence. Milik, Insigne, and Lozano on the right-hand side. Alrighty, let's get stuck into the Italians. Sabitzer comfortably goes back to Hasselberg. Chiesa. Paulsen looking to turn his man. Timo Werner has burnt the Napoli defence. He threw on goal 7 minutes in. Ho! Who would it be else? It's Timo Werner to make it 1-0 just before the 7th minute there. And the Bulls are running away with it. Very early on, Timo scoring his 7th goal of the UEFA Champions League. A spectacular strike. Timo. Fiery, high octane going into this match. He's so keen for it. He's up and running. Fabian beats Forsberg. Forsberg trying to track back. Milik to Lozano. Lozano on the right. The Mexican international. The former man from PSV Eindhoven. And Insigne with the poor followed up header. Milik now. Napoli bring it back. It's Milik with an absolute thunderous of a strike. The embodiment of Thor there. Milik to make it 1-1 just before the 17th. The Polish international makes it his 6th goal of the Champions League. 1-1. Everything's up to play for. It is ping pong in this match. Both sides have had the fair share of opportunities, and both sides seem to be converting. Dani Alamo with a sexy piece of skill moves there. Puts it into the box. Forsberg. Werner. Allen, the Brazilian international, with the save. Koulibaly trying to bring it out from the back. And Murit bomb it forced. Thankfully for me and Napoli, they're not playing their second choice goalkeeper or spinner in goal. Zelenik now pushing forward. Milik! Konate intercepts but couldn't get the follow-up clearance. Konate receives the ball, bringing out from the back. Holstenberg beats 1, beats 2. Blitzing away here, cuts back into danger, still manages to retain possession. Dani Alamo cuts back and tries to get the shot off straight at Koulibaly. From the corner kick here now. Sabitzer whips it into the box, trying to find the head of Timo Werner. He does, but it wasn't strong enough. Sabitzer. Paulsen. Werner. Timo takes his man away. It's Timo Werner with another outstanding goal effort there. Looking to curl it. He does. And it was more of a belt. A stunning goal there by Timo Werner to score his 8th goal of the UEFA Champions League and put Rasenball Leipzig in front. Forsberg. Werner. Paulsen turns his man. Paulsen now. Paulsen converts. 3-1. It's the Danish international there. What a partnership they've had up front. Timo Werner and Paulsen. The only sort of comparison is York and Cole, I think. Chiesa. Sabitzer over the top. Werner on the volley. Werner to convert, and he does. Napoli have capitulated here today on the European stage. On the volley. What a strike. A stick of dynamite coming off the boot there of Timo Werner. And the Bulls are running away with it again. 4-1. In the UEFA Champions League final against a poor performing Napoli. 9 goals in the Champions League, Werner. Poulsen trying to get the follow-up. Napoli have a decent interception there. Now they're trying to build up from central midfield. Milik drops back to hold possession. Fabian, the Spanish international, gets tackled by Upamecano, but it goes right back to Napoli possession. Fabian, a nice 1-2 pass. Milik again. It's Insigne to get the shot on target, and my goalkeeper was rocketed off his boots, the former Liverpool man. From the corner kick now. Fabian whips it in. Milik wins the header, and it actually beats our goalkeeper and defence there. My Rasenball defence. It goes wide. It's time to make some substitutions here now to shore up this victory and UEFA Champions League win. Zakaria is going to come on, bringing central midfield solidity. We're also going to be bringing on Haidara to be that explosive right-sided midfielder. Koulibaly to Zelenik. Insigne. Milik. Back to Insigne, charging forward. Upamecano comes out to contest, and he wins. Puts it right back into the traffic of Politano here. Finds Milik, who gets the shot at goal. A good clearance there by Napoli. Hoiting RB's attack. Sabitzer. RB. Holding up the ball well. Haidara receives the ball and scores off the post. It's Haidara, who hasn't played much this season. We've brought him on as a replacement for Dani Alamo there in the line. It's Haidara. I feel so bad. That's his first goal of the Champions League he's scored for me. Yeah, it is. Hasn't popped up too much, but a good goal, a one to remember. Fabian. And that's it. 5-1 was the scoreline to decide the Rasenball Leipzig Career Series. Timo Werner with a hat-trick. Poulsen and Haidara picking up one goal apiece. It's Marcel Sabitzer, the Austrian international and captain of Rasenball Leipzig, to lift the trophy. We've gone out and done the double in this career series. We've done it a lot. We've been trying to go for the treble in the last couple, but we've won the double with Inter and the Scudetto. We've won the double with PSG. And now with Rasenball Leipzig. So, unfortunately, on that note, guys, it's time to end Season 1 of the Rasenball Leipzig Career Series. Bayern managed to win the Pokal as we were dumped and left out of it. 5-1. We won the UEFA Champions League final. United won the Europa League, as they do tend to a lot in career mode in this Fiverr's realism mod. So, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching and the season. Let me know if you'd like to see Season 2 or another top European side. The main thing I want you to take from this Rasenball Leipzig Career Series is to really go up and play Rasenball. Go out and do a career mode with them. I have had so much fun with them. Probably one of the most enjoyable from recent memory. If I had to rank them, they'll be up top. 4-4-2 is my favourite formation for Rasenball. The two-man strike partnership, the big man and the small man of Timo Werner and Poulsen works wonders. I do recommend bringing in a central midfielder, maybe the likes of Keita. You could probably avoid it, maybe just bring in Zakaria week in, week out, the cheaper and higher potential option. Dani Alamo on the right did play well, he functioned well. I would have liked him to score more, unfortunately he did not. On the left-hand side, Forsberg, who I kind of like more as a cam, he functioned quite well on the left-hand side. Keita and Sabitzer in the midfield as a two-man pivot worked so well. The defensive line, I opted to go with Konate and Upamecano over Orban. I think the French communication, the linguistic synchronization worked so well, and you can imagine it would work more in like Football Manager. The synchronicity. And the fullbacks I was super happy with Klosterman and Halstenberg as well, and the goalkeeper as well. So, I recommend playing with Rasenball 4-4-2. It is a fantastic career mode side, and I've had an absolute blast. Stay tuned for more uploads on the channel and FIFA 20 Career Series. My name has been Simpzy. Peace. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're not enjoying the series, feel free to leave a dislike. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box these days. To get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click subscribe, of course, and the bell to join the notification squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. If you guys want to get yourself some cheap and reliable games, maybe some PSN and Xbox codes to buy packs for Ultimate Team, or maybe just some games, I really do recommend checking out my affiliation link, G2A. There's some really good prices, so even just going looking around, to be honest. Anyway, the Patreon and Steam group there as well. Come and join the community on Steam. My name has been Simpzy. Stay tuned for more videos on the channel. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Mahrez whips it into the box. Royce! That is just ridiculous. With the layup, Marco Royce